Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Apex Racing TV and iRacing Live, and welcome to races 25, 26, 27 and 28 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship in association with the Apex Racing League. It's the 7th race meeting of the season, and we are at Road America, Elkhart Lake as well as it's known, here in Wisconsin. And yeah, 4 races coming up, and it's going to be brilliant. Great way to start the season. Great start to the season, I should say, as well. We've been to some pretty challenging tracks like Sebring, Silverstone and Montreal, just to name a few. Now we're at Road America, and could be the toughest test yet for these Formula Renault drivers. Adam Bath here today, and joining me for the first race, at least, is going to be Conrad Venter. Conrad, Formula Renaults. I don't know if you've had too much experience in these cars, but they look quite a lot of fun to drive.
Yeah, I've done a couple of seasons in them, and yeah, they are a lot of fun to drive. However, I've not had a taste of this particular series yet. I've watched the previous broadcast, and it sure looks like a whole lot of fun.
The Club 73 Touring Car Championship, which you're racing on Sunday nights, has finished. Good end to the season there for you?
Yeah, I managed to grab 3rd place in the championship for the Jettas, so that's a very satisfactory result. And yeah, looking forward to season 2. I've managed to rope in a couple of teammates, and we're gonna see if we can make a dash for the team championship in the Jettas next season.
Well, on to matters here today. We'll run you through the championship standings going into this race meeting. David Baker leading the way, ahead of Pete Berryman in 2nd. Pete Berryman's been on a stunning run of form recently. Martin van Loosenholt in 3rd, with René Osterkamp for SimRC.de in 4th. And in 5th place, it's the first of the AM drivers, Nathan Davis for the Apex Simulators team, and then Denton for Faker Simsport Europe in 6th place. 7th for Charlie Sturgis, 8th for Michael Hall, 9th Christian Rose, and 10th is Stephen Baxter. Into the AM Championship, it is Nathan Davis leading the way there, Paul Denton 2nd, Michael Hall in 3rd, Christian Rose 4th, Stephen Baxter 5th, with Jos Honig 6th, 7th Ashley Blake Hood, 8th John Godfrey, 9th Daniel McCauley, and 10th David White. And in the team standings, it's Apex Racing UK leading the way, ahead of Faker Simsport Europe in 2nd. The Apex Academy team moving themselves up into 3rd after their performances last week at Motegi, with CQR Club in 4th. 5th Pro Sim, 6th Team Mad, Apex Simulators in 7th, Blue Flag Racing in 8th, Radicals Online Pro Sim in 9th, Virtual Drivers 10th, Quaif in 11th, and Creative Racing in 12th. Those are the teams that have scored points so far. Conrad, let's talk a bit about Road America. 4 miles, 14 corners. It is a pretty tough track to get right, with grass and concrete walls surrounding pretty much the entire circuit.
Yeah, and you know, I've been watching a little bit of these guys going around the track in practice, and there's a couple of these corners, like turn 5, where it just seems like it's a little bit off camber, and there's been quite a few spins. So I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as we think it's going to be. There's going to be some incidents tonight, and yeah, we can look forward to some feisty stuff.
Been at this circuit quite a few times recently on Apex Racing TV. We were here for the MX5 Cup. We were here for the Winter Series as well just last week, and we're back here again on Tuesday for the Formula Renault Championship. It was a very good race meeting once again at Motegi last week for Apex Racing. Martin van Loosenholt taking what is his 8th win of the season in race 1, before Antoine Higelin got his first win of the season in race 2. Graham Carroll obviously races for Apex and other series, but registered as a privateer for this race meeting, got himself a win in race 3. And then Pete Berryman, as I was saying, continuing a stunning run of form, collecting his 6th win of the season in about 10 races, or 11 races. Brilliant job from him so far this season, and hence why he's now found himself up in 10th in the championship. At the moment in qualifying then, with not too long to go, it is Samuel Lebert currently on provisional pole. Samuel Lebert has been on pole position earlier in the season, round 1 at Sebring, and he didn't win on that occasion. He was beaten by Martin van Loosenholt, who I don't think is racing here today, so he's going to have his work cut out. I'm just checking through the stats to see if he's actually picked up a race victory at every single race meeting. He won 1 at Sebring, he won 2 at Zolder, he won 1 at Silverstone, he won 2 at Laguna Seca, He won one at Montreal, and he won one at Motegi. So there you go. This is going to be the first race meeting this season where Martin van Loozenholt isn't going to pick up a race victory. And Conrad, I think it just shows right there how quick and how powerful in this Formula Renault Martin van Loozenholt is.
Yeah, obviously his absence today provides somebody else with an opportunity to take a race win, but we'll see how it goes. It looks like a very, very close grid. It should be an exciting race. Yeah,
the top 10 separated by less than a second, 7 tenths in fact. Checker flag is out. Kip Stevens has just come across the line and done a 2:07.134. And joining us in the commentary box, his partner in crime, Mr. Andrew Woodhouse. Good evening.
Hello, Adam. Hello, Conrad. Hello. How are we doing?
Yeah, we're doing well. Qualifying's just finished, and I've run everyone through the championship standings, and we're looking forward to a good race. I was just saying that Martin van Loozenholt isn't here. That's going to be opening up at least one race for someone else to win.
Shake it up a bit, isn't it? We talking last week? Were we saying that Antoine Higgelin hasn't won a race yet?
Yeah, he picked up his first race win of the season last week. And without further ado,
of course he did. Yeah. He got the one, didn't he? It's one of my favourite circuits. Love driving this track. I think it's very, very technical, very, very interesting, and I hope we can get a good race. Samuel Libert on pole position. It's nice to see him up at the front. He's had a few issues with penalties and with bad qualifying and all that sort of business.
Yeah, I was just saying before he came on air as well, he's only been on pole position once this season, and now he's back at Sebring. Has picked up 2 wins along the way. They were at, that was at race 2 at Sebring, and race 1 at Silverstone earlier in the season. We'll run through the grid quickly as well. Libert on pole, Jack Keighley second, Oscar Mangan third, and Antoine Higgelin in fourth. Pashali Schergis in fifth, René Osterkamp sixth, David Baker seventh, eighth Christian Rose, ninth Nathan Davis and Jos Honig in 10th, 11th for John Godfrey, 12th Michael Hall, 13th for Ashley Blake Hood, David White in 14th, Tom Depker in 15th, 16th Stephen Baxter, 17th Ralph Cullinan, 18th Alan Mitchell, 19th Kip Stevens, and in the cars that didn't set times due to penalties, Pete Berryman, fastest in practice, starting in 20th, Tanguy Pedrozzoli 21st, Mick Hutchinson 22nd, Josh Thompson in 23rd, Matthias Bonholtz is back, he's in 24th, Paul Denton 25th, 26th Daniel McCauley, and Matt Bunn for CQR, the only CQR car to win a race this season, starting stone dead last in 27th place.
Alright then, Conrad, I hope you got your eyes peeled, because this could get quite tasty in the first lap. Here we go, Adam.
Opening race of the day, race 25.
Green.
Away we go, and it's a good start from the man in second place on the grid. Jack Keighley doesn't know where to go. He's going to move to the outside. Look, watch out for Oscar Mangan as well. He's got a good start after returning to the series after a few weeks away. And turn 1's going to be pretty chaotic, I think, Andrew.
Looked like Keighley was more preoccupied with bending from Oscar Mangan, although he is going round the outside of Samuel Libert. What a pretty move that is on the first corner of the race.
Absolutely brilliant, and Jack Keighley leads then into turn 3, but it's really turn 2, going onto the back straight for the first time. And
we've been through this.
Yeah, we've been through this in many other broadcasts. We've already been at Road America twice over the last week, and you can watch those broadcasts for us ranting about that. But here we go down the back straight towards turn 5. Keighley having to go on a defensive. His team yet to pick up a win yet this season. And on the inside goes
very wide, bad line. That's the big disadvantage of getting your line wrong.
There you go. And that's a good advantage of getting a good start for Jack Keighley. His team.
Oh, crash!
Oh no, what's happened? Pete Berryman championship
and McCauley and I think Cullinan possibly. Oh, it's 2 Apex cars hitting each other yet again. It's Berryman looked like he was hit by Josh Thompson.
Oh no!
That's
Thompson,
not the same team, is it? But it's
no,
still,
Academy in UK.
Yeah. Still going to have Alex Simpson hiding behind his sofa or something, possibly.
Out through the kink then, it's side by side between Antoine Higgelin and Pashali Schergis going into Canada corner, and that is Higgelin up the inside.
Very late on the brakes, you saw him locking the front wheels and really on it, the Frenchman. Good passing move there again. Great overtaking in the first few laps, Adam. Fantastic.
brilliant start. Antoine Higelin, yeah, as we were saying, picked up his first win the last race meeting. He's third, though, out of the drivers that have picked up the most podiums. He's been on the podium 11 times this season, including that win. It shows that he's being consistent, but hasn't been able to take too many wins this season.
Oh, exactly. As here comes Jurgis. He's going to have a go. Keithley and Mangan.
Mangan, yeah. Through turn one.
Jockeying all over the track here for position. Keithley's going to have to defend the inside into turn two. Is he going to leave the door open? Mangan again, dummies. There is a risk there, Adam. If you misjudge that, you have a big crash with the car in front.
Yeah, like Villeneuve and Ralph Schumacher back in Australia, and Alonso and Gutierrez as well. And here comes...
What was that?
Oh, well, yeah, down the straight. Started already, viewers. Here we go. Round the outside goes Oscar Mangan. Who's going to be laced on the brakes, though? It's Keithley up the inside. He's able to hold on to the lead for now.
Driving by Keithley. Higelin had a look. Oh, Higelin's going to have a look. Is he at Libert? I thought he had the overlap, but just decided it would be a bit risky to have a go into what I think should be called turn 4. Difficult corner itself, isn't it? It's blind. It's slightly off camber.
Yeah, and under the Corvette bridge as well. Many bridges here. We're about to go under the cheese bridge.
No, that's the sausage bridge.
That's the sausage bridge. I do apologise. It's the cheese bridge on the back straight.
That's right. No cheese here from these guys. Some meaty action going on out there on the track. Keithley defending in the King. That's going to the inside. I mean, that's surely a little bit unnecessary.
Great run though through the King by Oscar Mangan.
Mangan again just looking erratic under as he pursues Jack Keithley.
On the edge of the seat here. Up the inside goes Keithley, desperate to get a win for Faker Sim Sport Europe. They've been on the podium 3 times this season. Oh, he's been on the podium 3 times.
There's no way that it's Bill Mitchell bend, isn't it? There's no way that Oscar Mangan can get through there. Look at this train. Oh, it's a mistake by Libert, and he somehow, I have no idea how he avoided Oscar Mangan.
Whole lot of tyre smoke coming up there as they lock the brakes going into the final corner, turn 14. Now onto the front straight, onto lap 3 of 7 here today.
But Jack Keithley, I don't think he's taken the racing line for 2 laps. He's been so busy defending from Oscar Mangan. He might get a little shove from Samuel Libert at the minute. Daytona 500-esque.
Oh, up the inside he goes.
Push from behind. Oh, here we go, Libert now. He's got Libert. Which way does he go?
Through turn 2 and into turn 3. I'm sorry, Woody. Up the inside goes Jack Keithley.
Hey, no.
And
I was just watching. I think I was lost for words a little bit. I was watching the action. Here
comes
Higelin
here we go.
Well.
Higelin and also Pashalic and Samuel Libert. All 4 of them.
Keithley's down to 3rd. Here comes Higelin. Nowhere for him to go, though.
It's definitely going to be Oscar Mangan leading, isn't it?
Keithley's making a desperate attempt to try to maintain. You know what? He has gained 2nd place back from Samuel Libert.
It was looking like he was going to be hung out to dry there, and this has allowed René Osterkamp to close in as well. The Vector Sim Sport driver has won a race this season. He won at Silverstone.
Oscar Mangan, of course, a former World Championship driver, and now Higelin and Jurgis going to be in the 2017 season, and behind them is a man who has been driving well in recent weeks, René Osterkamp.
Osterkamp doing well. And René Osterkamp, winning a race. Also in the mix, Oscar Mangan, 2 wins to his name this season as well. Faded off a little bit in recent times, probably because he hadn't been racing in this championship, but back up front again in the lead. Oh,
Higelin versus Libert again.
And at the same time, they're trying to get past Keithley. Keithley round the outside. Yeah, Keithley and Higelin at it.
Oh, Keithley just wobbled through Canada corner. And, Samuel Libert was taking the wider line through there. Almost didn't have anywhere to go.
This is pretty wild stuff here as we go through the final corner onto the front straight again, and you can expect the slipstream to be in full effect. Apologies for the guys outside the top 10 that we're not covering you, but there's just so much action going on here for the podium positions as here comes Libert again down the front straight.
There he comes, Samuel Libert on Jack Keithley again. Osterkamp's having a look now on Charles Jurgis.
And that's Keithley down to 3rd then. Samuel Libert, the pole sitter, up into 2nd.
You reckon, just as Osterkamp nearly lost it. Braked on the grass into turn 2. Mangan went a bit wide. David Baker's nearly tagging along into the back of this group, and he's bringing along Christian Rose and Nathan Davis. So we could have a 9-car battle any minute now. Oh, onto the grass!
Oh,
He's been pushed onto the grass!
no!
And he's gone! Jack Keithley over and out.
Oh no, I hope everyone else sees him. Oh, they just about do.
Dear
And he's
me.
gone back to the pits. That's his race well and truly over.
We have to see the replay on that one. What happened? So,
Let's have a look.
Keithley's... How early does he go to the left? He goes to the left. Oh, it's...
Oh, there's not enough space, is
I'm
there?
not sure that's a very... Oh. Who moves first, though? Keithley's going to the left. Is he first? Oh.
Shades of Istanbul 2010 with the Red Bull cars there, but
Tough one to call that. I don't want to call that. That'll be one for the stewards. No idea.
and of course
My
this
first instinct was that Keithley should have been given the space, but actually he wasn't alongside, so it's difficult. Meanwhile,
two CQR cars battling going into Kennedy
Rose
corner.
and
Yeah,
Baker. Rose down the inside. Baker has to yield. It's a shame for Baker because he was catching the front group, having to give way there to his teammate. Nathan Davis is just behind them as well, the Welshman in 9th place.
yeah, and Baker's just conceded what would have been his customary 6th position, of course, due to gaining a position after the demise of Jack Keithley.
Good point.
And now Nathan Davis fancies taking another position away from the Season 7 BSR TC champion.
Liber versus Jurgis as well. And Osterkamp versus Egeland.
Two battles going on then. Who's going to have the position around the outside of turn 1 here? It looks like Jurgis has got the inside line for now. Samuel Liber might try and fight back, and Osterkamp still fighting it out with Antoine Higelin here.
Ronnie Osterkamp doing a fantastic job in these last few meetings, taking the fight to the bigger teams. Doing a very good job with it as well.
His team, Vector Simsport Group, only one of 3 teams that have been able to stop Apex this season winning a race.
From Specialis Jurgis. Under pressure from Samuel Liber. Jurgis has to defend the inside. Liber late on the brakes. Jurgis judges it nicely. Egeland and Osterkamp side by side as well. Egeland wins that battle. Osterkamp has to go off the track, and that means that Christian Rose, who's got to him very quickly, is now well and truly within striking distance.
Quickly bring you an update on what's going on outside the top 10. Josh Thompson's up to 12th from 23rd on the grid. Of course, he had a penalty to carry over. Matt Bunn started stone dead last. He's up to 15th. His teammate Michael Hall in 16th has had a bad race so far. Started in 12th. Paul Denton up to 17th. Bonholtz in 18th, and Alan Mitchell 19th, and 20th is Stephen Baxter.
Yeah, the retirement. Obviously, Keithley out. John McHutchinson going quite slowly out there. Tanga slowly out.
Osterkamp's gone, and he's in the middle of the kink. Avoid him, guys, please. Oh wow! And he's gone back to the pits.
Crashed. Somebody crashed just as Osterkamp was going through the. I just heard.
I heard it. Yeah, it was Godfrey.
Oh, it's Godfrey. What happened to him?
He was just offline, Woody. It's just offline.
Oh, too fast. Went in there too fast. Oh.
And all of that after the demise of Osterkamp. We were talking about how good his season had been. Well, curtains there.
Well, we've lost 3 drivers, space of a lap. And here comes Liber.
Second, yeah.
Liber versus Jurgis into turn 1. Oh, Jurgis is going to get a great run through. Oh, goodness me.
You might say that if they weren't teammates, he might have had a go there.
Well, we've seen this season that it doesn't really matter that they're driving for the same team in terms of them taking each other out.
Oh my word, they're scattering all over the place here down the back straight towards turn 5 here.
Crazy, that's when you've got these World Championship quality drivers that those are the aggressive moves that they tend to make. It's through goes Jurgis into second place. He gets that second position back that he had at the start of this lap.
So I don't think I would have been able to have put up the defence that Jack Godfrey was doing. Jack Keithley, I should say, was doing earlier on in the race.
I mean that was very impressive indeed. I mean, he really used all the track, put his car exactly where he needed to, and
the mirrors, the spotter, yeah.
That's important here.
Brilliant track for racing, Road America. Turning into one of my favourites after the racing that we've seen in the MX-5s the last week or so, and here in the Formula Renaults, penultimate lap.
Yeah, what a great venue this is. Oscar Mangan, it'll be a great venue for him as well if he can negotiate the final lap. 2.6 seconds is his advantage over Gergis and Libert, and here we go, it's still going on between Igualan and Libert, very, very close into Canada corner.
Oh, just when you look away, it all comes back together again, doesn't it? And this is over the final spot on the podium. Should say the last time that as Libert has a little look at the inside into turn 14. Hard to get an overtake done there just because of the entry into the corner. But the last time Samuel Libert was on pole position, he finished third. And that was at race 1 of the season at Sebring. And he's currently in third place now. He wants to try and improve on that as we come across the line to start the final lap of the race.
Like I said in the pre-show, he hasn't really had an opportunity to start near the front very often. Oh, here we go. Thought we were going to be 3 wide for a second. Libert up into second place. Gergis again though, he's got a much better run through turn 1 to the outside for 2. Let's see if he can mount another challenge. He's going to get a nice run out of there, Adam. That set him up pretty nicely. He's almost too close.
Well, definitely Antoine Higelin was too close to get anything done, but here comes Libert then round the outside into turn 5 under the cheese bridge. That's the cheese bridge there, and now here comes oh my word, as they go under the brakes, and Gergis holds on to second, but he goes off, and Libert should have it up the hill into turn 6.
Higelin thought about it, didn't he? Thought about going through there. This could be one. This is an opportunity if you can follow through here. This is actually an opportunity, and it's made more so by going on the grass. There could be a move into this left-hander. Very difficult corner as well, very easy to spin off on the exit. To the carousel they come. Oh. Nice line from Higelin. Chases down Libert. Oh, he's got an opportunity here, Adam.
Yeah, he's got a good run on the exit of the kink. Not a short straight here towards Canada corner. Behind the trees, and here they emerge up the inside. It was Antoine Higelin to take the position away.
Oh, he's done
Sorry
it.
for Charlie Gergis.
Bit of gravel for Gergis. Down to 4th again. He's been 2nd, he's been 3rd, he's been 4th, Pascalis Gergis, but coming through up the hill for the final time to take the first victory of the evening. Oscar Mangan only going to do it. Here he comes. He takes the checkered flag at Road America. He wins by 3.5 seconds. It's going to be in 2nd place Samuel Libert.
What a race that was for the positions inside the top 5. Baker did get 6th in the end. Ashley Blake could cross the line there in 9th place. Rounding out the top 10, David White. We've got a nice battle here. Daniel McCauley and it's Ralph Cullinan.
Yeah, Cullinan's front wing took a lot of damage at the start. Here we go through Bill Mitchell Bend. Thunder Valley as well. The final corner. Does the final corner have a name? Not sure.
I don't think it does.
Great run by McCauley. He's got a chance here. Up the hill, it's going to be very close. Cullinan can't do anything, and he's got the aero damage. Oh, you don't need to get that close, boys.
I thought he was disqualified then across the line, and that was so close.
McCauley. There was no real need to get that close. Dear me. Great finish for those two. That's for 19th and 20th positions. Don't try and tell us that the field's not competitive all the way through.
Top 20, yeah, separated by 54 seconds. Pretty close stuff there. And Oscar Mangan looked like he was able to pull away at the end, and Samuel Libert was able to just get 2nd in the end in those Apex cars. I'm sure they're chatting away in their various team speaks, because they would have had to have made sure they didn't take each other out, because it did come close at some points during the race.
On my screen, Daniel McCauley, one side of his rear wing looks like he's gone for the 2017 Formula 1 regulations. It's bent down so much. May have helped him get that position. Who knows at the end?
Running through the finishing order then from the opening race of the day, race 25 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship. Nearly said Formula 40, and Alex would have had a go at me. In association with the Apex Racing League, is Oscar Mangan's 3rd win of the season. His first since, as I look through the stat sheet, his first since the race 4 at Sebring back in January. and we're now nearly into March. Second for Samuel Lebert, third for Antoine Higelin, fourth for Paschaly Scherges, fifth Christian Rose, sixth for David Baker, seventh for Jos Honig, restoring some former pride for Faker Simsport Europe after the disaster for Jack Keighley. Then Josh Thompson 8th, Ashley Baker 9th, and David White rounding out the top 10. Nathan Davis 11th, 12th for Tom Depker, 13th for Michael Hall, 14th for Paul Denton, 15th for Matt Bunn, 16th for Matthias Bonholtz, 17th Stephen Baxter, 18th for Alan Mitchell, just ahead of Daniel McCauley and Ralph Cullen, who were battling to the end. Then John McCutcheon just over a minute behind, and in the cars 2 laps down or more. And this is important because none of these cars will be eligible for the reverse grid in what is quite a small turnout today for the Formula Renault Series. John Godfrey, 22nd, 2 laps down. René Osterkamp, we saw what happened to him, went off on the exit, the carousel, and crashed heavily into the concrete wall. He finished 23rd, 3 laps down. Jack Keighley started on the front row, led for a good third of the race, and then he met his demise trying to race with the Apex cars down the back straight. He finished 24th, 3 laps down. Tanguy Pedrozzoli, 5 laps down, and then Pete Berryman, we saw what happened to him. Opening lap of the race, collision with another Apex car. I think it was an Academy car, finishing 26th, 6 laps down. And Kip Stevens finishing 6 laps down as well.
Yeah, not a particularly good round for him. Not as we've seen so far in the... Of course, Kip Stevens has been doing very well in 2017. Not much here, though. Adam, that was a very, very enjoyable race, though. A lot of action at the front. And if we can have 3 more races like that, I'm sure it will be very good. I'll just bring in our cameraman for a second, Conrad Venter. Conrad, you were saying in the pre-show that very difficult track to drive. How do you think everybody got on out there?
Oh, yeah, it looked pretty well for the most part. It looked very competitive and very clean up front. And yeah, a couple of those corners that I thought at the beginning were going to catch people out, not so much, but. Yeah, a couple of silly collisions in the end.
Still time. 3 more races tonight. We did see the fairly big ones. Adam, notably at the kink for John Godfrey, and also between Berryman and Thompson.
Yeah, and Osterkamp as well. So plenty of big crashes there, and that's what you're going to get around this circuit because it is a very, very high-speed track.
Yeah, indeed, and especially for these cars, it's just about the perfect circuit to show off the downforce capability. Crossed with the speed of this Formula Renault 2.0. Yeah, we need to we need to spin the wheel and find out who's going to be on pole position. That's the last duty for us before we head off towards race 2.
Yeah, they're going to be desperate. They're chomping at the bit in this series, aren't they, to set up the next session?
Conrad, if you can, do we have a new wheel for this week, or?
I believe it's the same wheel we've been using the last few weeks, or is it's on 30? It's ticked over to 23.
Well, it would put René Osterkamp onto pole position. However, I believe it won't because he's 3 laps down and a non-classified driver. So I believe it will be John McCutcheon that gets reversed onto pole position.
It's very possible that could have been John McCutcheon regardless of where that wheel landed. So
yeah,
well done, John. 100% chance of pole position. Yeah, they haven't given us a new wheel with lower numbers on it, so we do apologise to the viewers at home. We hope that that can be solved for next week.
Well, there you go. It's probably going to be this race meeting anyway. It's probably going to be whoever's last classified is going to be on pole position.
Maybe that's not such a bad idea. I don't know, but yeah, we'll find out exactly what John McCutcheon can do. He looked like he was taken out early on in that race, or he had to start from the pits. That might be the more likely explanation. But we'll see what he can do from pole position when we return for race 2 of the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Welcome back to Apex Racing TV. It's the BSR Formula Renault series, and it's here on iRacing Live from Road America. Andrew Woodhouse alongside Adam Bath and Conrad Venter. And Adam, I'll bring you in first. The second race of the evening. We've got 4 for everybody tonight. Oscar Mangan took the victory, but it was the battle for second place that really was the headline-grabbing event of that.
Yeah, it started out with Jack Keithley trying his best to hold on to the lead, and then after Oscar Mangan escapes up the road, it was about who's going to be second place. And it ended up being Samuel Lebert ahead of Antoine Higelin. And just during the break, I was looking at the podiums of all the seasons so far, and that is the 3rd time that Apex Racing UK have locked out all 3 positions. And I wonder if they'll be able to do the same in the second race. It's going to be tough because most of the Apex UK drivers finished inside the top 10, and they're now all going to be starting towards the rear. However, it is a low turnout this race meeting of only 22 cars reversed. What if they can get forward and get near the front again?
Tell you what, Apex Racing are not endearing themselves to the competition in this series because they are dominating so much, but you do have to state the facts, and the facts are that it's been a very, very good season, and they've turned up with the strongest drivers as well, Adam. It's not just about the car, really, because the Renault is, yes, you need a good setup, but really the driver makes a lot of the difference.
Well, yeah, they've got 2 champions in the Formula Renault in Pete Berryman and Martin van Loozenhoort. Did Loozenhoort take the victory in the Formula Renault, or did he finish second?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
So he did as well.
It was Berryman, it was, I can't remember which order, but it was Berryman then van Loozenhoort. I think Carroll was up there in second or something in one of the seasons at least.
Well, yeah, those 2 definitely helping the team, and it is a car they specialise in. I know the Academy spend a lot of time in this car running their own private practice sessions and leagues and stuff like that, so you can expect them to hit the ground running in terms of this championship.
I mean, if we... Sorry.
Yeah, I was just going to list the drivers that that haven't been Apex drivers that have won this season. We've had 4 of them, well, sort of 3, but Graham Carroll's a privateer. Matt Bunn for CQR Club. Chen Bollock Bassi, who we haven't seen recently, he won a race as well. Rene Osterkamp got a victory at Silverstone, and yeah, Graham Carroll, listed as a privateer. I know he's works for Apex as well. He got that win last week at Motegi.
No, I was just going to say that, yes, it's frustrating. It's a little frustrating because you're talking the team dominating the proceedings. However, in all the series that we've done, you think back to the early days of the BSRTC when we started covering it, and the likes of Timo and Elite 220, and then you went on to the Engine All Direct and people like that, and then in the club series you had CQR and Fail Race and people like that. There's always teams that are at the front which do push everyone else along. I know when we were in the club series, especially in I think it was season 3, whichever one I think the most recent one was, it was really pushing myself and Ben and Perry Warburton on to try to beat those guys, Adam, try to get up to that level.
Yeah, we had 5 seasons of the...
Yeah, 5 seasons, sorry, season 5
yeah.
It was then. So, but that was the point, is that those guys were on a certain level, and we had to try and get there, and that's exactly what this series is like. Remember, this is the first season of this BSR Formula Renault.
See what happens in race 2, then race 26. John McCutchinson on the pole, Ralph London second, 3rd is Daniel McCauley, 4th Alan Mitchell, 5th Stephen Baxter, 6th Matthias Sponholz, 7th Matt Bunn, 8th Paul Denton, 9th Michael Hall and is Tom Depker, 11th is Nathan Davis, 12th David White, 13th Ashley Blake Hood, 14th Josh Thompson, 15th Jos Honig, 16th David Baker, 17th Christian Rose, 18th is Pashali Jurgis, 19th Antoine Higelin, and 20th is Samuel Lebert. And the rest of the grid is Mangan, Godfrey, Osterkamp, Jack Keithley in 24th, Tanguy Pedrozzoli 25th, and at the back it's Pete Berryman, one to watch there, and Kip Stevens in 27th.
Right then, 2 seconds to go. So round 2 is underway. Revs are rising here at Road America. Time to shake and bake at the lake.
Green, green, green.
Now as the green light is on, this is start with the try and hold it into the first corner. There's a lot of jostling behind. You see McCauley and Baxter fighting it out as well. McCutcheon leads into the first corner.
Good start.
Oh, crash!
Oh, here we go.
Big one.
Oh, what a huge incident.
Over goes a CQR car. I think that was possibly
Rose.
Rose.
Yes, it is. Christian Rose.
On his top there.
Back to the pits he goes. What happened then to kick it all off?
I'm not sure. I'm going to have a look for you.
Let's have a look then. I'm just having a look myself. Oh, it was who was it? It was Tom Depker, yes, who got into the back of someone and ended up spinning himself around.
Yeah, so if you, go and have a look at the front and I'll find all the cars. I'll tell you all the cars who are involved in just a minute.
Okay, so John McCutcheon carries on through Hurry Downs to the carousel for the first time. Ralph Cullinan having to go on a defensive for the final spot on the podium. He's got Stephen Baxter behind him. Also up the order, I should say, is Michael Hall and Nathan Davis. Yeah, moving up the order, I should say. Yes, going for the carousel for the first time. Looks like Baxter trying to get a good run off the exit going into the kick, so he can try and get past Cullinan here. He's going to go for the move into the kick. He gets it. Cullinan nearly loses it. He had just enough of the curbs that were left there for him to carry on without going off.
A very, very tricky corner. Not a great deal you can do if you make a mistake there. Several drivers have found that one out in the past.
Looks like a good battle going between Matthias Sparkles and Michael Hall. That's about 8th and 9th on the track, I believe. And also there is Nathan Davis in that Apex Simulators car. Going through the final corner now to complete the opening lap of the race, and Davis should get a good run on Sponholz here. I don't think it's anything drawn GP if we can.
Now Sponholz been a regular in this series. They're here to defend.
First corner then, no sign of Davis getting past, just yes, there's a little look at the inside, and now it's Sponholz is onto the rear of Michael Hall. Hall has got a bit of the defensive here going into turn 2 and turn 3. Up the inside goes Sponholz through turn 3 and onto the back straight. Hall getting shoved out wide there onto the rumble strips on the outside, and now it's going to be a drag race between the two of them down the back straight. Here is Oscar Mangan's out, another car that suffered in that opening lap.
I'm still trying to conduct the post-mortem on that one, so I'll let you know in a minute.
Oh, it's Sponholz. He's going to get back going again. He got and also another car round. Who was that? Oh, someone's gone back to the pits. That's who. Well, Sponholz, he was going free while with Nathan Davis, and who was it? He was just getting hit up the rear by Nathan Davis going into turn 5.
I just pitched him into the wall. I've got at least the drivers involved there. Depker. It started off with Depker just nudging Paul Denton, and also the drivers at least that were involved, there may have been more. David White, Ashley Blake, Joss Honig, David Baker, Christian Rose, Samuel LeBert, Josh Thompson, and Tom Depker.
We lost Stephen Baxter on that lap, just as I was looking at the contacts with Sponholz. He lost it on his own going through turn 5, and that's allowed Cullinan and Matt Bunn to elevate themselves into 2nd and 3rd places respectively, and they're now battling over that spot. As up the inside goes Bunn into Canada corner. Cullinan's going to have to go to rubber strips on the exit, going into Bill Mitchell Bend through from the valley.
He's got a better run though into Bill Mitchell Bend. Oh, that's very close. Oh dear. Very, very close that. Now Cullinan, if he judges this well, which he has, he's going to get the run up the hill, over the top of the crest now. A super run. If you can get up the inside into turn 1, here he comes. Pulls out from the slipstream. He's going to pick up the slight side draft now. Very difficult place to overtake Adam, but they're going to try it.
Oh, squeezing him, and Cullinan goes up the inside, and Bunn sensibly gets out of it there.
A great move by Cullinan. He's going to have to block him here into turn 2 if he wants to keep it. Oh, that's good. That's good driving. He parked his car perfectly there, did Cullinan. Ralph stays in 2nd place. There's a battle going on as well behind between Antoine Higel and Pete Berryman.
Wow. Pete Berryman started 26th up to 7th place and trying to get 6th as well down the back straight.
Yeah, he wasn't. Oh, who's down the grass?
Bunn trying to get past Cullinan.
We have established in race 1 that the grass doesn't work. Let's see if Jack Heathcliff. Run ahead of his teammate Paul. And what this is doing, it's allowed John McCutcheon to get his lead. Up there it was, 1 second, and it's now 3.2.
I can say that we haven't had too many winners from pole position in the the Formula Renault. Only 2 of them, Martin van Nieuwsel and Pete Berryman. And they only did it, and they've only done it on 1 occasion each. So
Van Nieuwsel was a race 1. That was Berryman a race 1 as well, possibly.
Yes, you're both. Yeah, you're right. So on both accounts.
This may be the first reverse grid pole sitter to take the victory, but I'm not going to curse him. It's still a long way to go. There's still going to be 4 laps of this circuit, which is 6.5 kilometres long.
4 miles in old money as well. As
yes,
go. I need to really turn that over on setting over on iRacing.
Well, no, I need to put it on miles. I always keep forgetting. Here comes Cullinan.
It's a win and lose situation, yeah, as they go.
He's the fun is over.
And it wasn't fun. That's enough puns. Here we go then.
Plenty of puns. Puns are done.
This is going to be, what, 4th place? No, 3rd place.
Well,
this is the final spot on the podium.
Now this is Michael Hall that he's challenging now. He doesn't have the straight line speed though. His Hall's tucked up in the slipstream of Ralph Cullinan. Berryman tries the inside, but Michael Hall is too clever for that, surely. Berryman's going to have a look into 2, but wisely decides not to, I think.
Poor run though. Got a poor run on the exit.
This one might help Ralph Cullinan here because going to distract Michael Hall at the very least. He is getting the slipstream. Cullinan even realises that his best bet's to give Hall the slipstream down here, and he may have to defend himself. Hall's going to try it. Oh, Berryman's going to try the outside, which forces Hall to actually make the move for the lead. He wasn't trying to do that, Michael Hall. But he's made it stick and got up into, sorry, not to lead, into 2nd place.
Yeah, John McCutcheon so far at the road now, it's incredible. I think it's about 5 or 6 seconds at the road now as they go through turn 7. Oh, Cullinan getting onto the curbs. That's going to allow Antoine Higelin to get in this.
It was 4.3, but I think this battling in the first sector has really increased that. As Higelin, gone. He's back.
He's disqualified. He's back again. As Higelin gets past Cullinan, so that's another position lost for Cullinan on this lap. Started the lap in 2nd place, down to what, 5th now?
Quite interesting. As in the warm-up, there were 2.6 seconds between them on the lap times. Here comes Higelin. Through.
Yeah, that's him through into 3rd. Yes,
he does.
That makes it CUR 2-3 at the moment.
I know I'm an Apex Racing UK driver, but come on, John McCutcheon.
That for Pro Sim.
Oh, off goes Higelin!
Oh no! Oh, he's held on to it. Yeah, it could have been disastrous for him. That concrete wall was beckoning.
And he's 4.4. He's actually increased the lead on that lap.
Had a near-death experience, I think, just then. As here comes Cullinan.
Cullinan having a go back on Hall.
And Osterkamp up the inside of Higelin going into turn 1.
Yeah, good manoeuvre there from Osterkamp if he can get this one done. In the background, Paul Denton and Jack Keithley. Keithley, who started 24th, he's done well to get up to 8th.
He lost it again, Antoine Higelin, on the exit of turn 3.
He does always look like he's losing the car. I think that's just quite a normal thing with him. He's Cullinan still touching the handholds. He's going to have a look into the hairpin. No, the hairpin is it? So acts like one.
Oh, and off is Higelin. Over the grass, over the
he's
curbs.
off properly. Yep.
And he's back on, and he's just going to lose a position. Is he to actually to Paul Denton? No, he's too far behind Denton to get anything done there.
So he lost one to Keithley. I think Denton's also lost one to Keithley as well in the meantime. So Keithley, that'll be sixth for him.
Well, the lap times, like John McCutcheon's lap times, are pretty respectable. 2:05.6, 2:05.3 for Pete Berryman. He's not going to catch him at that rate.
Well, we'll see, because this one is going to be the one where he's put real pressure on. Although he's not even in it, is he?
There's been a gold Villa. Sorry, carry on. Can't contain myself.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Is it? McCutcheon's on his way. Let's see what he can do this time in terms of lap times then. He's a good few seconds still. Front.
Well, here we go then. Now the final
drive
corner.
like his life depends on it. 2 laps to go.
4
minutes.
I I know the feeling. I was racing in a... Oh, what's happened?
No, it's just a Berryman going very wide.
I was in a Club Series race back in Season 1 at Charlotte, and I had Ben Hackerson siving into my lead. I was able to hold on to it in the end, but John McCutchinson 206 dead, and it is a 204.2, but the gap is 2.7 seconds. It is going to be very close with 2 laps to go.
Hutchinson, if he needs to find
half a second
2
somewhere.
fantastic laps. Yeah, that's what he needs to find. I hope
If he finds half a
He's
second,
still
he'll be
got
okay.
the lead, so Berryman still has to make the move. But we've seen in this car that it's very, very possible, especially when you have that kind of advantage, pace-wise. That is. Come on, John.
I reckon if he wins, it would be the fifth non-Apex driver, as McCullonan and Hall are going at it.
Yeah, Hall disappeared for a second again, so it got me a little excited there. Oh, Cullinan squeezing him to the apex. It's a nice piece of driving from both of them, really. Hall did very well, Adam, not to understand, into the side of Ralph Cullinan. Driving.
Brilliant side-by-side racing we're getting here at Road America today. Enjoying every second of it here.
Awesome stuff.
We've got another 6 miles of it to go.
It's Peter Berryman, who was 5th in the World Championship last year. That's the task that John McCutchinson has to deal with in this race, because Berryman has rubbed shoulders with Gregor Hutu, Martin Kroenke, all those guys, the fantastic drivers, and he's beaten them on a few occasions.
Got to meet Pete Berryman back at Silverstone as well for the WEC, as Cullinan still getting all over the rear of Michael Hall, and it's allowing Osterkamp to close in as well.
He's still got a chance for Hutchinson, purely because Berryman still needs to bridge that gap.
Catching is one thing, passing is another. I thought he'd get
is.
to him. I thought he'd get to him by the end.
The catching is proving the difficult part.
Oh, Cullinan's lost out big time here. Osterkamp through and Higgelen through. That's Cullinan down to about 7th place.
What is the gap?
Here we go then.
It's a
very
visual,
close. He's going to pick up.
Gap now.
He's going to pick up a toe from that range as well. 205.6 for McCutchinson.
One.
It is a 203.9 for Pete Berryman.
McCutchinson did find his half a second, Adam.
There you go. I did say he needed to find it, and find it he did. The gap is 1 second at the line.
He pretty much equaled his best lap of the race on that lap. Lap 6. Peter
However,
Berryman.
It is a very long lap. It's 2 minutes to hold
And he's
on.
getting the slipstream now. Surely he is. Under the cheese bridge.
There's a whiff of unexpectancy in the air here.
Is that just a whiff of cheese? I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Going into turn 5.
Let's see what Berryman's done. He has made mistakes in this series, but
oh dear. Well, there's been a mistake at turn 5. It's been a huge hit up the rear there by Antoine Higgelen. Then he's going to get up the inside of Hall into the Corvette bridge. Close battle there, and Cullinan still not giving up.
No, he isn't.
But speaking of not giving up, here is Berryman. He's arrived.
He has arrived. I'm just looking at this lead battle. It's going to be into Canada corner, isn't it? Possibly. Oh, look at the speed he's carrying. He's just hit that dirty air now. You see the understeer that he's having to cope with, Adam.
Drag race to the line it could be, or maybe a move into turn 14 at the end of the lap.
This may be one into Canada corner.
Here we go.
Oh, Berryman's off! He's on the grass! He's on the grass!
And he's back on again. And that should be it for McCutchinson.
Should be. But we're going to see. Hell, I just moved the microphone. McCutchinson is going to have to still drive from 2 great corners. You just have to not bin it. To not bin it to win it. See if he can. Oh, Berryman's got a good run out of the final corner. I think it's still going to be McCutchinson, is it? It's very close.
And he wins it.
Not McCutchinson. What a victory that was. Excellent driving. It was Berryman who cracked under the pressure. Osterkamp completes the podium from 23rd on the grid. An equally good drive, really. Michael Hall in 4th, Ralph Cullinan a feisty 5th. Jack Heathleigh brilliantly up to 6th, with Denton and Davies behind. Higgelen, messy race from him, 9th. Matt Bunn in 10th.
Well, John McCutcheon's just accomplished a whole load of things. It's his first win of the season. It's Pro Sim's first win of the season. The first pole sitter to win in a race in a reverse grid.
It's his first career win.
And it's his first podium of the season. So yeah,
There we go.
a whole load of accomplishments there for John McCutcheon, and it is the 5th non-Apex winner of the season.
Alex might fire me again, but I'm so glad he won that. So glad that the Pro Sim driver triumphed, because he was on pole, he drove a perfect race, and held off a fantastic driver in order to do it. And he truly did hold him off, because Berryman was the one who...
Get him. Sorry, 2-0.
Berryman was the one. Berryman was the one who made the mistake. You know, and he was chasing, he was pushing hard. McCutcheon stayed stoic, calm, and considered all the way through.
Running through the finishing order then, of what's turning out to be a very good night here on the pitch and on the racetrack.
Villa are winning, sorry, yes.
McCutcheon takes the win then. Pete Berryman 26th to second, still a brilliant achievement, and it is pretty much, apart from Kip Stevens, I think, who started behind him, it was nearly last to first. Renault, I think Mark Marquez actually did that back in Moto 2 or Moto 3, back when he was at his, well, he's still at his peak now, but there,
yeah. His peak is about 22, isn't he?
René Osterkamp finishing in 3rd in his teens, in his youth. Michael Hall finishing in 4th, Ralph Cullinan 5th. That was pretty good showing from Ralph Cullinan, I thought, as well. Privateer fighting it out with the likes of René Osterkamp and Michael Hall, finishing in 5th place there after starting on the front row. Jack Keithley finishing in 6th after, redeeming himself after the mess in race 1. Paul Denton finishing 7th, Nathan Davies 8th, Antoine Higgle in 9th, Matt Bunn rounding out the top 10. 11th for Daniel McCauley, 12th John Godfrey. And Guy Pedrozzoli getting a 13th place after starting 25th, so a good fight through the field to get a top 15 result for him. Alan Mitchell, unfortunately the same can't be said for him, 4th down to 14th. Pashali Shergis 15th, 16th for Kip Stevens, 17th for Josh Thompson, 18th for Jos Honig, 19th for Ashley Blake Hood, and 20th Samuel Lebert. 21st for Tom Depker, 22nd David White. Stephen Baxter has pretty much guaranteed himself a reverse grid pole. Matthias Sponholtz 5 laps down Christian Rose. He was on his roof. David Baker also involved, so a nightmare scenario for the CQR Club Brigade. And Oscar Mangan, the race 1 winner, 0 in a race.
Yeah, and not really of his own making, unfortunately, and ended up in that pile-up at turn 1. Really was a pile-up. A lot of cars involved. There were 9 cars either damaged or fun in that one. Yeah, fantastic race, sort of brilliant again, and Road America just continues to be brilliant, doesn't it?
Loving it. The MX-5s, it lended itself to them pretty well, and it's lending itself to the Formula Renaults even more. And we've still got 2 races to go. That's what's brilliant.
That's it. I'm going to be well and truly out of breath and finished by the end of these 2 races. I think nobody needs to make Road America great again. It's great every time.
Right then, reverse grid time. And we'll get the Wheel of Fortune up for us, and our cameraman Conrad Bento, who's probably had his work cut out so far today, is going to decide who's going to be on pole position for race 27 of the season. It's a full, and it guarantees Stephen Baxter's pole position, I did say, because he was the last car 1 lap down. David White 2nd, Tom Depker 3rd, Samuel Lebert, he's going to be back up there. No rhyming intended, and Ashley Blake Hood finishing in 5th. Starting in 5th, I should say. Yeah,
and he'll be happy with that. Still a few Apex cars around, so maybe he won't be so happy with that. I don't know. Who knows? Right then, 50% of the racing is over tonight here at Road America. But obviously that means there'll be 50% still to go, as Murray Walker would say. Yeah. So we will see you back here in about 10 minutes' time for round 3 of the evening in the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Alright, welcome back to the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship at the Road America circuit in the United States. Another buddy Andrew Woodhouse with Adam Bath and Conrad Venter, Elkhart Lake. And Adam, well, the racing's been fantastic so far. We've had 2 great races, a fantastic finish in race 2, and more of the same, please.
Yeah, plenty of stuff to talk about as well. Oscar Mangan with his first win since the opening day at Sebring, and then John McCutcheon becoming the first pole position man to win a race in a reverse grid in this championship, and his first win and ProSim's first win in the season as well. And now we've got a full reverse grid. Steve Baxter, who was second at one point in race 2 before spinning out, he's got another opportunity to get his first win of the season. Just trying to see who he drives for. He drives for Faker Sim Sport Europe, so good opportunity for those guys. They had Jack Keithley running up the front in race 1. See if he can do any better in race 3.
Yeah, hopefully they can.
Oh dear.
Oh, I thought that was my computer being stupid, but that's actually legitimately going on out there on the circuit at the moment. Yeah, we saw a good race in terms of the driving standards as well in that one. First corner was messy, yeah, but I mean it was an innocent little tap. I think that's the problem with this car, and the Mazda to some degree, is it just a little tap on the rear can just cause chaos, whereas if that's a little tap in the Kia, it doesn't really do anything at the start, does it? There's a lot of nudging goes on in that car.
Yeah, and you can just put your foot on the gas and on the accelerator, and then just pull it around. It seems to be an issue in the MX-5 and here in the Formula Renaults.
Rear-wheel drive for you, though, isn't it? I suppose that's the thing. But it was only the tiniest impact from Tom Depke on the back of Paul Denton's car, and that's all it was to send the Apex Racing Academy driver around and into the path of the oncoming traffic. And it's a weird one, isn't it? Because turn 1, Adam, it's not particularly. Not an easy corner, is it? You don't really associate it with being a big trouble spot, not in your head, but then when you watch the races, remember there's been a lot of times where there's been pile-ups there.
Yeah, NASCAR, as Kip Stevens, is the slowest crash of all time with one of the CQR cars there as we head down to the grid. Yeah, it's very satisfying to get that corner right, but heading too wide through that corner, and even going into it, the entry, the run-up to turn 1, there always seems to be a whole load of issues there. As Stephen Baxter then starts on pole position for race 27 of the season, David White second, Tom Depke third, Samuel Lebert up in 4th, 5th is Ashley Blake Hood, 6th Jos Honig, 7th is Josh Thompson, 8th Kip Stevens, 9th Pashali Jurges and 10th Alan Mitchell, 11th for Pedrozzoli, 12th John Godfrey, 13th for Daniel McCauley, 14th Matt Bunn, 15th Antoine Higelin, 16th Nathan Davies, 17th Paul Denton, 18th Jack Keithley, 19th Ralph Cullen and 20th Hall. And the rest of the grid is made up of Osterkamp, Berryman, McCutcheon, our race 2 winner, Matthias Bonholtz 24th, Christian Rose 25th, along with his teammate David Baker in 26th, and our race 1 winner Oscar Mangan starting at the back in 27th.
Tell you what, I'm not going to. There's some quick drivers all the way through this field, and at the back there's 3 or 4 of the guys who we expect to be at the front. Right then, let's see how race 3 pans out then. Third time tonight, the red lights are on.
Green, green, green.
The green light is on. Trying to cover across on David White. Got a decent start. Also having a good start is Josh Hotnig. Oh, Pedrozzoli's been hit. He survives. Got hit square in the diffuser, I think.
Josh Honig rounding outside of Samuel Lebert, so a good start from him. They're now thundering their way into turn 3 for the first time.
Oh, McCutcheon. Pit lane start, I think, for him. He will not be making it 2 races out of 2.
It was always a long shot, wasn't it?
It was, but down the inside goes Lebert.
And that
That's second place already.
Recovery and a half. He was 4th on the exit of on the turn 2, and now he's already up into 2nd place. Can he get the lead by the time we get back around?
Josh Thompson is ahead of Paschalis Jurgis now as well. They've got past Tom Depke.
Yeah, he's behind Pedrozzoni now, and he looks like he could get past
Oh no,
by...
sorry, that's behind. Sorry, White's still ahead of Thompson. Sorry.
Okay, I was looking at a different team Mad car. I think it was actually Blake Hood. As here they go then towards the kink, Stephen Baxter already feeling the pressure from Samuel Lebert through the kink here at turn 11. Oh, Lebert's going to cut to the inside. He tried a little bit around the outside there, and it looks like Baxter might have to concede the place.
He's on the shorter run to Canada corner. Let's try side by side action. No, it's not. Let Lebert go through, maybe get the exit right. Might be able to have a go through Bill Mitchell bend. He's following through it into the final corner, maybe. I don't normally see many moves here.
Yeah,
That's
good toe down the front straight.
That's what David White's defending against with Josh Thompson.
I think it might be a defence that's short-lived because he put the wheels into the grass and the dirt on the exit, and it's going to give him the straight line speed. But here comes Baxter again down the front straight. We already saw Samuel Lebert get done around the outside in race 1 by Keithley.
Keithley with a brilliant pass. So Faker Simsport Europe know that move can be done. And it's a great run by Baxter. Tremendous run actually. What he needs to do, I think he's doing exactly what he's doing there, Adam. He's just set him up for the main straight, for the back straight.
And even if you get a poor run on the exit, it's such a long back straight that you can just pull back up to the back of the car by the time we get to turn 5.
Here we go. Doesn't
do it this time. No.
Oh, lock up. Oh, he actually made the corner.
Tom Depker is battling away with Ashley Blake Hood. That's Blake Hood through. Oh, nearly contacts in.
A bit of contact with Honig.
Was that Honig? Yeah, and Honig and Keithley. And Macaulay, yeah.
And Keithley. Honig losing all sorts of positions there.
Nathan Davis getting by. Yes, it is.
Davis. Decent first race for Davis, but nothing really since then.
Some of the biggest movers so far, Tanguy Pedrozzoni from 11th to 6th.
Rennie Osterkamp's line a pass on Ralph Cullinan. They what the podium finisher from race 2 can do. Osterkamp was a good job outside the king because he was concerned. I think he really was. He was just trying to make some space for himself.
Yeah, doesn't want to lose too much of the speed that he has. He's moving to the outside there.
There's a move in front of them as well. Godfrey, is it Godfrey? No.
It was Keithley.
Keithley, sorry.
Yeah, the 2 jacks.
Problem for Cullinan. Mistake. Here comes. Oscar Mangan. Mangan's having a look on Osterkamp, but Osterkamp's not going to be easy to.
Well, it might be easy
like
now.
That might be down the straight, yeah.
Get the best run there. This could be at least 20th place for Oscar Mangan down the front straight.
At this lot, Avies and Keithley. Sorry, not Keithley.
Davis.
Berryman, Davis and Macaulay. 3 wide. 2 wide into the corner is
Honig and Higelin.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to remember who had the yellow rims. Yeah, it's Anton Higelin. He's got that side by side just in front actually. It is Tom Depker versus Ashley Blake Hood.
Yeah, let's see what Blake Hood can do then. Started 5th against Depker, who started 3rd. He's up the inside. Ashley Blake Hood. He goes through, so it's a nice move there by Blake Hood. Turn 3. I'm calling it turn 3, I don't care. Oh, he's off!
And someone else is off. That's David White.
David White is spun. That was assisted or not.
Wasn't 5th at the time.
He just loses the rear on the way in. Don't think he hit the wall though, so I think White's going to get away with no damage. Oh, well, that's until he comes across
yeah.
the car of Oscar Mangan who's coming through here.
Coming through as he gets shoved out wide onto the bars.
These tyres are going to be dirty anyway.
So that's Mangan up into about 17th place now. Meanwhile at the front, Stephen Baxter has been passed by Pashali Georges, I do believe. Yeah, Baxter wasn't second at the start of the lap, has been passed by Josh Thompson and Pashali Georges on this lap. So it's now...
sorry.
I was just going to say it's Apex UK leading the way now, and Josh Thompson for, is it the Academy? Yep, in second place.
It's a much better run for Thompson, having made a bit of contact with, I think, Pete Berryman on the first lap of race 1, and then being involved in the melee at the start of race 2. This is definitely a better occurrence for him. Keithley with 3 wide with Berryman. And that one is as well. Not Mike Depka.
Josh Thompson with 1 podium to his name this season. That was race 2 at Motegi last week.
Berryman having a look. More than a good look here.
Yeah, he's got a good run on Keithley then. I can tell you that John McHutchinson is out of the race.
Oh. It's like from the pits, unless he's just really eager to go and watch that race 2 broadcast back, I'm not sure. Here comes
oh, yeah, who's that side?
From a long way back.
On the inside of Davis.
Might be able to get past Depke here as well. Here he goes. Not too much resistance from the American.
And then Nathan Davis gets another place there as well, so that's Depke down 2. And then now Davis is fancying his chances on in fact, no, it's a Higgling at the inside of...
No, it's Davis on Higgling, you're right.
Oh, it's Davis.
Davis spins. Higgling was pushed wide. Have a quick look at this. Oh, you know what, there's 2 contacts there, isn't there? Davies... There's this first initial contact, and the second one just pushes Davies into a spin, but... No. That was a racing incident, I think, like.
It's actually Baker versus Ross Honig here, the Baker Sim Sport driver trying to get past what I believe is the Team Mad driver.
Honig's very late on the brakes to Canada corner.
That's the position.
His Depke was actually struggling to maintain his rhythm.
No, he was 7th at the start of the lap. He might be down about 11th now.
He was getting overtaken. Nothing he can do is getting pushed off the line by 1. And then seems to be eaten up by another as looks like Matt Bunn and Pete Berryman going side by side.
Well, who was ahead of the line there? That was it was just Pete Berryman ahead of that one.
4 1,000ths of a second. Nice big margin.
Yeah, that's huge in the BSR series anyway.
This is it. I think 3 finishes of less than 2,000ths of a second. One at Silverstone, one at Daytona. The other one? Is that Daytona as well?
No, it might be Pocono, might be. Definitely one of the ovals.
Yeah.
Phillip Island? I think it might be Phillip Island actually.
We'll have to try and consult the notebook for next week. Here comes Bunn having a look at Berryman, but just can't get the job done there, Bunn.
Nice free car scrap here. Oh, it's off goes. Who is it? It is someone. I'm going on Chris Kamara here. I
didn't see it, Jeff. I'm sorry.
It's John Godfrey. There we go. Oh, and off goes Cullinan. And it's also 2 of them. Cullinan and Honig.
Oh no! It's a bad rejoin. Oh dear.
Sponholz.
How did Sponholz get away with that? Woodhouse was just minding his own business, driving along. Comes through the left-hander. He saw him jiggling the wheel. Going, what's happening? I don't know if we get that from the... Conrad, if we can get that from the on-board view from Woodhouse, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, probably had to say go right. And
did you see it?
Yeah, there was a conflict in his mind of, no, I'm not going right, I'm going left.
Did you see his hands going,
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Just the reaction you get, though, isn't it?
It is, and usually for me, it ends up in me just slamming on the brakes in sheer fear and crashing into the car in front.
That's right for me as well. Here goes Charles Jurgis, right behind Josh Thompson. Be a move into turn 1, maybe not. And now it's all about that setup again, isn't it? The left-hander at turn 3.
Thompson doing well here, but how's he going to fare up against Pashaly Jurgis? Last time Jurgis had a trip to the podium, it was quite a while ago actually. I think it was all the way back at Montreal. Race meeting that I don't think either of us were at, but here we go down the straight.
And Pedrozzoli versus Baxter, that's just behind them as well. Two lots of side-by-side battles. Burgess around the outside, nearly loses the car, but maintains the position. Good stuff from him. Pedrozzoli up to 4th. Good driving from him.
What are the lap times like then? It was a 2:03.6.
Pedrozzoli.
That's very good. 2:03.5 for Jurgis, 2:03.6 for Lebert, and Pedrozzoli 2:03.8 as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what Samuel Lebert can do to try and hold off Pashaly Jurgis. He should have enough inside the final 1.5 laps.
Obviously, it's obvious that Tanguy Pedrozzoli a lot of talent. It's just about harnessing that talent, isn't it? Because these are some very, very quick lap times going in.
Yeah, Tanguy Pedrozzoli, this one, he's yet to make a visit to the podium this season, I should say. Currently sitting in 5th place. And Matt Bunn, what's happening with Matt Bunn here? He's in 7th place. It wasn't 7th. He must have had an off, I believe, because he's now in the mix of.
Oh, he's got damage. The front wing is crumpled.
What's happened here? Oh, he was side by side with Antoine Higelin. They were having a battle. Bunn, oh dear! Both of them, Higelin and Bunn.
Oh yeah, bash. One went one way, one the other. And I think, was it Jack Keighley who was hoping he wore the brown pants there?
Is it Keighley? Yeah, Jack Keighley just got through saying thank you very much, guys.
From in front, one goes left, one goes right. Keighley's like, yay!
Passing of the waves, except this time they're solids.
2 positions for Keighley.
Final lap then.
Extremely happy with that. He's up to 7th place.
The battle is on then on the final lap between Josh Thompson took 2nd place back away from Pashaly Jurgis.
That's good work from Thompson.
And at the same time, Pedrozzoli still trying his best to hold off Stephen Baxter. So 2 battles going on here as we head onto the back straight for the final time. Here comes Jurgis.
And just off camera as well, Osterkamp took Macaulay. So here comes Jurgis. And the inside, very, very close here. Jurgis has the line. Oh, Thompson, I thought he was going to lose it.
Oh, don't do a Davis. Oh no, don't do a Bunnens. Higelin, guys.
Wrestling with the car.
Brilliant.
Yeah, great driving from Thompson. Don't know how he managed to find his way through there and stay through. Brilliant work. Elliot Chepelewski's got lots of fun there. Oh, off goes Baxter.
Ah, in his pursuits to try and get past Pedrozzoli.
Now let's see what's the contact. Was it just did he get a nudge from Pedrozzoli, or did he just? No, just went. And Pedrozzoli was very lucky; he didn't hit him.
And Berryman picks up the pieces there. It's still going on for 2nd place. Then here comes Jurgis again.
Jurgis around the outside. Thompson has got nothing to fight back with into Canada corner. Jurgis is fighting the car. His back end's looking to break away. Who Bill Mitchell bent last time. Gonna have a go into the final corner. No, he doesn't. Here comes Libert.
Up over the hill, it's going to be his 3rd win of the season.
Samuel Libert takes the victory. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Jurgis in 2nd place.
By a 10th.
Over Thompson. Still no podium for Pedrozzoli, but a brilliant drive into 4th. Berryman 5th. Good drive again. Keighley in 6th. 7th Mangan, 8th Blake Hood. They're still going here.
Oh, Baxter's had another off, I believe. He's down to 13th. What's happened here?
Oh, Kit Stevens and Sponholtz. Gonna be very close. Oh, what's that? It was Sponholtz.
By
3
thousandths. Looks like just. I thought Stephen Bax had another off. I think it's just the cars might have a bit of damage or something. But yeah, he was coasting all the way back home. He finished in 23rd place in the end.
Great battle by Stevens and Sponholtz. Alan Mitchell comes across with damage. Stephen Baxter 23rd. That Bunn out. Jos Honig's still going. Even though he was in the wars in that race. Still going to come across and finish the race in 24th. Bunn and Higelin. Was Bunn disqualified?
I think it could have been a retirement. The car did look severely battered after his trip to the wall. Same for Higelin too.
Have a quick look. I think disqualified.
I'll check to see if
Bun got disqualified. I think Adam.
I'll check the incidents for you. Yeah, hit 11. The same can't be said though for Higelin.
That was just retired, wasn't it?
Yeah, Higelin picked up 10 incidents during the race.
Oh, so nearly disqualified then.
Yeah, so nearly disqualified. Yeah, but I think fortunately for him, the car was broken, so he couldn't get that extra incident to get disqualified.
Yeah,
and that's
is
crucial.
A blessing and a curse, isn't it?
Yeah, because that means if he gets a full, which he will do, really, in case. Well,
there is a chance of a lower number though, isn't there? At least.
Yeah, because there's 26 cars.
23's on there.
There's 26 cars finished 1 lap down or less. So
23's on the wheel, definitely, isn't it? So it could be Baxter, it could be Honig, it could be Higelin. We'll see. Right, Conrad, see what the Wheel of Fortune has for us, my friend.
Doing it for the final time tonight to decide who's going to get race 28 pole. Well, that's Stephen Baxter, he's back! That is pole position in race 3 and a pole position in race 4. There you go. I don't think that's not happened on too many occasions. Alan Mitchell's going to be starting 2nd, Kip Stephens 3rd, Sponholtz in 4th, and Ralph Cullinan, he's going to be back towards the sharp end of the grid again. He's going to be starting in 5th.
The Stephen Baxter button in good effect. See whether he can. Let's see if he can turn that pole position into a much better finish than that one. For the final race of the evening then, the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship. Join us again in about 10 minutes here on Apex Racing TV.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos and danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. Sure, they've got the most accurate tracks and realistic cars out there, but that's just the start. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all are kept in the pits. Not to mention that with over 45,000 active members already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in on the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
For the final time tonight, the iRacing MSA British Sim Racers Formula Renault Championship is live from the Alton Park circuit, the Road America circuit in the United States. That's the first one. As you can see, some shenanigans going on in the pit lane right about now. I think some Ashley Blake could have some fun with the pit garages. I think. Well, the mechanics will be grateful for his input. 3 fantastic races, Adam, and this is the last one. Stephen Baxter, he had his chance on pole position in race 3, couldn't take it, finished 23rd, but that's where the reverse grid wheel finished. So that's where he will start now, pole position again.
So that's going to be, back-to-back pole positions for Stephen Baxter, and that's going to be Faker Sim Sport Europe's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th pole position of the season, and and he's only the 2nd driver to do it. All of the other pole positions for Faker Sim Sport Europe come from Jos Honig. So Stephen Baxter having a good race meeting here. Just hopefully he can back it up with a podium. I don't think he's been on the podium since the opening race meeting of the season, race 4 at Sebring. So he'll be hoping to get a return 4th time lucky.
Good stat for you then. Stephen Baxter podiums this season have been as rare as Leicester City victories in 2017.
Yeah.
There we go. Fun facts. Never say that we're not informative. And Ashley Blakewood is trying his best, I think, to provide a smoke screen, possibly to distract the other drivers. Not sure. He's doing a good job though. That's a lot of smoke.
Can't claim you've crashed if you can't see him.
No, that's it. That's it. If a car crashes in the woods, does it ever happen and all that? Who knows? Right.
Stephen Baxter then. Yeah. Starts on pole position. Alan Mitchell 2nd. Kip Stevens 3rd. Matthias van Holtz 4th. 5th is Ralph Cullinan. 6th Christian Rowe. 7th David White. 8th Paul Denton. 9th John Godfrey. And 10th David Baker. 11th is Michael Hall. 12th is Tom Depker. 13th Nathan Davis. 14th Daniel McCauley. 15th Rennie Osterkamp. 16th Ashley Blake Hood. 17th Oscar Mangan. 18th Jack Keithley. 19th Pete Berryman. And 20th is Tanguy Pedruzoli. And then the rest of the grid is made up of Thompson, Jurgis, Samuel Lebert in 23rd, Jos Honig 24th, Matt Bunn 25th, and Antoine Higlin's going to be starting at the back with our race 2 winner, John McHutchinson.
Who's starting at the back again after also starting there in race 2. I don't think anyone's starting from the pit lane here, so that's good. All 27 drivers.
Green, green, green.
Ready to tackle another 7 laps as the green light is on. Hold on to the BSR here on the 2nd row. Nowhere really to go.
I get 1 position out of all that. Looking at the inside is the pro sim driver,
It's happened
Stevens.
at the front.
Stevens gone.
Oh, hello. Oh, there goes everyone. Davies.
Oh no.
Chaos going on here. Everyone is.
The yellow flag is
Safety
out.
car. And it's safety car thrown by us. I don't say that. We'll edit that out. But yeah, the safety car has been deployed, and I think I have to say that is the right decision.
Well, I mean, everybody was in a lot of trouble there.
I thought that we'd escaped it because from what I saw, it looked like Kip Stevens vaulted the entire bit of the track and missed everyone.
Yeah, while the safety car is out, let's go back and have a quick look and see exactly what's happened, because that was absolute chaos.
Yeah, what kicked off the 2nd incident? Because I think Kip Stevens had fortunately missed everyone else.
It was. The thing is, the car who he actually had the contact with, which was the Quaife car, Alan Mitchell.
Hard to get a good camera angle here. The trees are in the way. Right, Stevens crashes. He literally vaults the field, but then someone gets into the back of someone, and I'll get to the bottom of that.
Stevens actually
doesn't do much after he hits the tyre barrier, does it?
No, but then the car just flies up in the air, and there's all sorts of havoc.
Someone gets into the back of Nathan Davis, so I might go on the chase cam for him.
Did Stevens' car, it came back on the track, did it hit? No, it didn't. So somebody crashed into Davis separately from that.
Oh, it was right front to left rear contact between Tom Depker. Oh, it's Apex cars again, isn't it?
In fairness, though, when there's a car flying through the air and it looks like it's heading for your face, I think that's pretty much what happened.
I
Is
think that's the
Davies.
least you could do in that situation.
Well, Davies moved slightly over to the left, and he did.
I like Tom Depker's a
but-
simrc.de driver, I should say.
But if you look at Nathan Davies from his point of view, all he sees is the flying car heading towards him. So he steers instinctively over to the left,
Yeah.
and then all manner of hell breaks loose. How many cars involved there, Adam, or would you say?
Oh yeah, it's shades of the Daytona 500 here. I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4 if you include Stevens. 5, 6 as one car piles in. 7 as the Apex UK car of Pashali Jurgis flies into it all.
Heathley was off, and
Lebez does a good job avoiding it.
Yeah, Thompson was off. Did Jurgis crash in the end? Oh no.
Hutchinson, Ashley Blake Hood, Matt Bunn, and Kip Stevens still on his roof.
A lot of damaged cars out there, though, even the ones that didn't finish. But the track was quite blocked.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cars back in the... Actually, no, I lie. 4 cars that are back in the pits. Kip Stevens, Daniel McCauley, Ashley Blake Hood, and Oscar Mangan, who is definitely done for the day because he's left the session. So the race 1 winner hasn't gone well at all for him. We'll run you through the top 10. It's pretty much the same, really. Stephen Baxter leads. Matthias Bonholtz the big winner. He was up to 2nd place by the time the safety car got called. Alan Mitchell's in 3rd. 4th is David White. 5th, Christian Rose. 6th is Ralph Cullinan. 7th, John Godfrey. 8th, David Baker. 9th, Paul Denton. And 10th, Michael Hall. What this is going to do, though, Andy, is going to be a super sprint to the end, because the safety car will come in at the end of lap 3. We're going to have lap 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 laps to decide who's going to win this race.
Yeah, and it was a big, it was a big incident. Right, it's put down the length of the race dramatically, which means that Baxter's got a better chance. So is Bonholtz, Mitchell, White, all those guys at the front. Rose, Cullinan, Godfrey. Really, apart from Baxter, really it's Baker that's the first one of the sort of the more front runners, really, who's up there.
What it will do, though, is where's Pete Berryman? He is in 14th place, and once the safety car comes in, they're all going to be together, so he can pick them off one by one and won't have to worry too much about.
There is going to be more field spread than there would ordinarily be at the very start of the race as well, because you have to be, of course, it's single file restart, and the drivers, of course, at the front can go much earlier. It sounds like a really stupid thing to say, but that's why it's going to cause that field spread, especially in the middle of the pack.
Do you remember that Formula 1 rule that was going to get passed where we were going to have standing restarts?
Yeah, that would have been stupid, let's be honest. Are we sure that's not on this time?
I'm sure it's not on.
Are we
this
sure
season.
that they didn't actually pass that, and we didn't, and we can't remember them not passing it?
I think it was almost going to get the green light, then something happened at the end. I can't remember what it was, but
the thing is, it's a daft idea because, right, so the reason why you have a safety car obviously is because either the track's blocked or there's debris or something like that. There's many cars involved, and all you're doing by punching the field up again is making it
might as well just start the race. Yeah,
making it closer together. And again, increasing the likelihood of more crashes.
As to see that the rough safety car driver still hasn't realised that either there's a gear stick next to him or there's a paddle behind the wheel.
He's still in
Maybe the clutch is working, I don't know.
I hope he comes in this lap anyway. There we go, lights are off.
Trying his best to run out of fuel or something.
Yeah, maybe.
You can see Kip Stevens.
Maybe he's on company fuel allowance or something. Maybe he can just claim whatever he wants.
Maybe he knows he's getting laid off at the end of the season because we're getting a Porsche safety car driver.
I was worried about that sense for a while.
I made sure I definitely stayed off afterwards.
Oh dear.
It's 10 o'clock, the watershed's long gone.
Oh, it has indeed. But apparently,
I didn't realise that. Maybe I should.
there is a rule, though, apparently, which is proposed. I don't know if it actually definitely finalised. Last year they were on about doing standing start, guaranteeing a standing start in the wet.
Yeah, and it looked like we were going to have one at Brazil, wasn't it? They were adamant that we were going to have a standing start right until the last minute, and then they went, right, we're going to do safety car.
So just the rule, just for anybody who's not sure, I will try and find I have it somewhere. Hold on.
Is this still about standing restarts?
Yeah, it's about restarts. Wet starts with the safety car, yeah. So races are wet enough to warrant starting behind the safety car will now be run from a standing start on the grid once the track has been deemed safe. So the safety car will run round, essentially doing as many formation laps as whatever they want.
Oh, so
They'll pull up on the grid in their order and do the standing start.
It's okay, viewers, we've still got another half a lap before we go back in, but yeah, I've just pulled up the Autosport article. This was published in November 2016, and yeah, Formula 1 teams and Bernie Ecclestone, obviously it's gone now, have agreed in principle to introduce standing starts after safety car periods from 2017 onwards. This was agreed at Abu Dhabi.
The problem they've got as well, though, with that is the safety car just going to go around for a stupid amount of laps like it was doing last year and the year before to try and get to a condition where it's so-called safe to race? I mean, these guys are the best drivers in the world with wet tyres, and they should really be allowed to drive. And to be honest, if you're going fast enough that you'll crash, you need to be going slower. It's generally how it is. But I agree with going around for a couple of laps behind the safety car, because at some tracks, especially where it's quite the first corners are usually quite treacherous, it does make sense for it to happen, but not for 5, 10, 12 laps like we've seen in the past. It's just a bit ridiculous, that. The cars, once they're going around full speed, will drive the track out.
Restart time. It's talking of restarts.
Yes. This one should be a good one. Is Stephen Baxter, what's he going to do? Is he going to back the pack up? He head through Bill Mitchell Bend and Thunder Valley, or is he going to...
One thing we shouldn't have
going
here
to
is
stay right behind the safety car, because that's another tactic as well. He's going to back them up, I think.
I don't think we're going to have the issue of the driver going and then realising the safety car's still there and causing a monumental pile-up. We've seen that in the past.
Depends how slow he elects to go through these last two corners, isn't it? What he might, to be honest, some people might be expecting him to back it up, so maybe better just backing it up a tiny bit, maybe. Sponholz is set a long way back from Baxter.
We're still backing it up. Safety car now goes. When's he going to go? He's going to go.
When's Baxter going to go?
Now.
Here we go then. Green flag racing resumes.
Green flag, green flag.
BSR, the series. What this will do is hopefully it'll lessen the chance of a pile up into the first corner again. Although they're very close in the middle, because that hasn't really worked, has it? Look at this racing in the middle. Keithley and
Berryman. Yeah, Berryman and everyone else.
As well.
Very close there between Keithley and Berryman on the exit there, and it's also side by side further up the field as David Baker goes into combat with John Godfrey here.
Baker versus Godfrey. Oh, Godfrey's on the grass. Oh, and he's let the brakes looking up there, John Godfrey. Yeah, this has definitely calmed the racing a bit.
But they do realise the time's at the essence.
Berryman lost the count, it's a good move. Through into about 14th place.
Going on at the front, Sponholz and Baxter have leapt away from Christian Rose in third. Who's had a good restart actually, was fifth when we went green flag racing.
Only got 3 laps to hang on to these positions as well, which is a big advantage for them. What Matteo Sponholz can do so far, the most memorable moment he's had is flying through the air at Zolder at the first chicane.
I remember that. I'm sure he does as well.
A Luciano Berti moment for him. Here comes
David White, isn't it? Up the inside of one of the CQR cars.
Dave White in the Team Van car.
Oh no, it's Benson and Hedges, I should apologise.
Alan Mitchell.
Alan Mitchell, yeah.
The suppose we best point out what the cigarettes are.
Yeah, other cigarettes are available, I was just about to say.
And the old Jordan livery look fantastic. Oh, off goes Rose.
Should say Buzzing Hornets or whatever they were called
Yes.
back at Silverstone the other day.
Those liveries back then.
Down by side
David
then.
White.
This is Christian Rose.
White getting some podium positions here.
David White through. So started in 7th place, David White up into 3rd place here.
Yeah, good driving from White. Team mad. Team
Now-
mad, of course. Team champions of the Club Series.
I'm going to go through my stat sheet and find, have we actually had a podium this year without any Apex related drivers on it?
I wouldn't hold your breath on that one because some of them aren't that far away. On the back of this group, we've seen 3 laps to go. David White, I'm not sure we have though.
No, we haven't.
To give you the answer. Christian Rose back round the outside of David White, so nice move by Rose. Alan Mitchell having a look in the Jordan livery.
Oh, 3 wide up the hill. Oh
Inside.
my word. Baker in the middle, where does he go?
Who's on the outside? That's Depker, is
Oh,
it?
no.
Oh, crash!
And it's an Apex car.
Into the wall goes. I don't know.
It's, is it Thompson? It's Thompson.
Thompson with no rear wing, no seems to probably car.
I saw someone try and stop it. Was it Chevron and Massey earlier in the season able to survive with?
Yeah, he was doing surprisingly well with that rear wing, but I think that was more of a graphics issue than anything else because Josh Thompson really struggling out there with the spark. He's got some suspension damage, especially on the rear of that car.
The David White battle continues. Now he's trying to get past Cullinan.
Past him on these laps of White fighting back. There's more going on in the line.
Yeah, looks pretty pasty here. Higgling
Higgling
and Sturgis, is it? The 2 Apex cars.
Yeah, that would be him. Very close here.
Oh, and also side by side between Baker and Mitchell. So those 2 also competing.
Baker and Mitchell, also White and Berryman.
Berryman, yeah. Berryman
David
up to
White's
6th.
got a good slipstream though.
Berryman was 11th at the start of the last lap. He's up to 6th now.
Berryman's very
Make
quick
that 5th.
into that first corner. Oh, off slightly goes Ralph Cullinan. Where's John McCutchinson?
He's in.
Oh, he's in 19th.
19th after starting in last.
Just behind Honig.
Side by side between Pedrozzoli and Alan Mitchell. Continues to fall down the order. Mitchell here started in 2nd.
Mitchell can do that.
And Apex. Oh, everyone's there. Jack Keithley as well. What's it punching up here? Is that going to the outside?
Way off the track, wide. The gravel. Jurgis and Keithley, I believe they've raced together before, I'm not too sure, but they always seem to be very close together on the track. They raced together, of course, in the iRacing Road Pro Series, but I think they were doing that even before they came to iRacing. Meanwhile, at the front, even Baxter continues to lead. Matthias Sponholz is getting the gap down very slowly, Adam, to about half a second now.
Ferguson spot on for their first win of the year. We've had a privateer take a win in before the series, as recent as last week with Gray Carroll. Sponholz trying to do the same here. Good run for the king.
Really is between these two. Nobody else is in touching distance, so Baxter and Sponholz.
Oh, Cullinan has just conceded to Pete Berryman. That's Berryman up into 4th.
Berryman's done a good job since this restart, hasn't he?
Well, he's got 1 lap to stop us from calling the stat of no Apex drivers on the podium. Next up for him is Christian Rose.
3 seconds up the road is Rose. Rose lapped a tenth quicker than Berryman last time round, but we'll see what he does this time. Comes over
Side
the
by side
line.
for the lead.
Here, go on.
Sponholz to the outside of Baxter, and he's taking it. And he's taken it, I should say.
Sponholz into the lead then. Here comes Stephen Baxter. Whatever you do, boys, don't take each other out. Oh, there
they nearly
God,
did.
It nearly happened.
Oh, there you go. But it looks
That would
like
have been the possibly the spanner in the works for that, Adam, for your stat that you were mentioning.
Yeah, well, it's given Sponholz a bit of breathing space, actually. So Stephen Baxter You've cost yourself a little bit there.
Baker having a look at
Cullinan.
He's having to take to the outside here. The inside.
That's him through.
Ending it well, nothing Baker can do there.
Off is Baxter.
What?
And that's, he's gone. But, and he's still in second place, so it's not really affected him. But that's definitely
Lost
the
about
win.
1 second, I think.
That's the win gone.
Dean Rose is about a second ahead of Berryman.
And Rose is, Rose is, there you go. Almost repeated you there.
Berryman made the mistake at the kink though, didn't he? On the last lap of race 2. Giving the win to John McHutchinson. I say not giving him the win, so giving him the breathing space to win.
It's pretty settled then for the top 3. Anyway.
Von Holtz coming through Canada corner.
Pedrozzoli's under all sorts of pressure from David White, but more on that pass when we get to the end.
Well from Baker.
Oh yeah.
Baker's in sync when he wants. Oh, off goes Pedrozzoli.
Oh, there you go. Oh, well, 3 of them off. 3 cars off.
White is off as well, and
Meanwhile, Matthias Sponholz.
Matthias Sponholz.
One GP wins again.
He takes it. Here at Road America, Stephen Baxter with second. I think he'll be happy with that still. Christian Rose third, ahead of Peter Berryman. As Adam says, no Apex Racing UK cars.
Or Academy, yeah.
Or Academy on the podium at all. What happened to that? What happened in between White, Paul and Pedrozzoli then? Because Pedrozzoli went absolutely flying off the track.
Well, who was that going up the inside? Hall went up the inside. Pedrozzoli turned in.
Have a look. Oh, Hall came from a long way back though.
Yeah.
Bit unrealistic.
You can see him
to work, I think.
Yeah, he was locking up the brakes, but knowing what have I done? And then
he thought, oh, I best go for this, and then realised, no, hang on a minute, no. To his credit, tried to stay to the inside. Didn't work. White was just collateral damage.
Oh dear, yeah. Nowhere to go in all of that, really.
And they finished in 17th, 19th, and 20th, respectively. Josh Thompson is off as well at the first corner after the finish line, but somehow I don't think he's going to mind too much about that.
Well, I'll take you through the finishing order then. Matthias Sponholz takes his first win of the season. It is the second time a privateer has won this season. Graham Carroll won last week
there we go. Yeah.
at Motegi, yeah. Stephen Baxter gets second. That's the joint highest finish for Faker Sim Sport Europe and his highest finish of the season so far. Christian Rose gets his first podium for CQR and rounds out a podium that's got no Apex cars anywhere near it. Oh.
That'll please the live chat, surely.
There you go. It's not as if we're hanging our heads in shame here. I know we're Apex Racing TV and all that, but Pete Berryman finishing in 4th place. There you go. 19th to 4th. Ralph Cullinan finishing in 5th place. Good job from Ralph, actually, tonight.
Very good.
Done himself good. David Baker gets his customary 6th place. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. Samuel Lebert, also a good evening after a whole of the back of grid penalties that haven't served him too well in recent times. A win. No, a pole position, I should say, in race 1. A second in race 1 as well. And a top 10 result here, doing well. John Godfrey in 8th, 9th for Antoine Higelin, and 10th for Paschaly Gergis. Joss Honig getting 11th, Jack Keithley 12th, 13th for Paul Denton, 14th for Rene Osterkamp. Alan Mitchell started on the front row but finished in 15th place. That Jordan livery didn't serve him too well. Maybe it was the Jordan of 2003 or 2004 he was racing. John McHutchinson finishing in 16th, 17th Michael Hall, 18th Matt Bunn. 19th David White and Tanguy Pedrozzoli coming to grief on the final lap of the race. 21st for Josh Thompson. 22nd, 5 laps down, Nathan Davies. These are all the cars that were involved in the first lap, really. Tom Depker, 6 laps down. Ashley Blake Hood also 6 laps down. Macaulay as well. Kip Stevens, we saw him fly over the entire field and finish in 26th, 6 laps down. And Oscar Mangan didn't get too far either. It's been absolutely awful since taking that race 1 victory for Oscar Mangan.
yeah, 1 step forward, 3 steps back. It's never a particularly good pattern to be in. But Oscar Mangani will be happy with the race victory, of course. But yeah, the rest of it was pretty much a disaster. Right then, Adam, that was a great 4 races tonight, and I do think we'll be in for more of the same for the remainder of this season as well. Of course, this series finishes in September at the Sim Racing Expo at the Nürburgring.
Yes, it does. Can't wait to head over to Germany for that one. And next week, the series heads to, as I load up the calendar quickly, we head into March and we go to... In fact, we have a week off, actually. Yes, we do, because it's week 13. So, yeah, the drivers have time to ponder on their mistakes from the first stint of the season or reflect on their successes.
Probably many.
And then we're going to be back at Donington.
Ah, sweet. Excellent.
One of my favourite tracks. We all know that.
Might have to dust off the old steering wheel for that one.
Oh, you might tempt me there.
Right then.
On that note, yeah.
As 2 weeks of suspense commences on whether Adam's going to drive at Donington.
Never driven a Formula Renault, I should say. I did a test lap when we were all at Silverstone, but that's about it.
Oh, you did the hot lap challenge with us.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's what I did.
Didn't do too badly in that, considering I haven't driven it before. I seem to think you beat some pros in that one, but there we go. Right then, everybody, thank you very much for joining us here from Road America. We've really enjoyed your company. I hope you've enjoyed ours. 4 races have gone here, and what a fantastic event it's been. From all of us here at Apex Racing TV, from Andrew Woodhouse, from Adam Bath and Conrad Venter, we will see you in 2 weeks' time for the BSR MSA Formula Renault Series.